Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing Cells at Work episodes 3 and 4. Episode 3 is called Influenza. Makes that a little bit special. Before Homegirl even starts telling you what influenza is, I want to have my turn before she speaks. I'm not trying to be rude, just not wanting to talk over her. So influenza, it is a viral infection. What we've been seeing so far in this show has been bacterial infections. So your Staphylococcus, your Streptococcus, your Pseudomonas, those are all bacterial, which is a little different from the viral stuff. The viral stuff will infect the cells itself and not kill the cells, if that makes sense. They kind of attach to the cell and they will use that to kind of be like a host or a parasite. So it's a little different. I hope we get to see kind of portrayed with those cells how that's different and not just it look like more bacteria. But either way, I'm sure it's going to be really exciting to see. So let's get into it.
Welcome to the inside of a human body.
Why isn't anybody around? It's so quiet.
This is the vibes that I like from my anime. I like the darker, spookier, creepier vibes. Like this gives very much like Black Butler, Moriarty the Patriot.
A monster! What the heck is that thing?
I am so glad that we are in our zombie era. That is so fun. And I'm also really glad to see that the flu is being attached to the cell and not just another monster bacteria looking thing. And that they've actually like attached it and have like the receptors and all that going on. That's really cool to see. So the receptors play a role in this. T cells, there's one type that will read the receptor and kind of say, hey, we fought this before, here's how we fought it.
And these poor guys, they used to be just common cells.
I find it so funny that he's praying over the dead cells. That's funny.
Influenza virus, a virus that triggers a dangerous and infectious disease, falls into 3 categories, A, B, and C, causes symptoms such as fevers over 100 degrees, headaches, joint pain, and severe muscle cramping.
You and me, let's go!
He does not look ready to go. He looks like he's the least prepared person to go, actually.
It's a mess down here. It's so silly how quickly the infected multiply.
In episode 2, the Staphylococcus came in, and was like, oh yeah, the macrophages, they're the hard hitters. They were the ones we were more worried about, but they won't be here till later, blah, blah, blah. This is the macrophage that they showed in that scene, so we kind of met her, but they didn't really go into detail about her job. Hopefully they do that here, because I don't know much about macrophages. That's her. She looks a little too happy to be doing her job. But she looks like she does it well, and that she's a little bit more prepared than the naive T cell.
Macrophage reporting in. I can now confirm a type B influenza virus has invaded this body.
Do not grope the type B influenza. Please and thank you.
Hey, you got the call too? Yeah.
If you're trying to go unnoticed, maybe don't crawl around on the ground. That's the way to make yourself the most noticeable person in the room. Just a little tip, naive T cell.
Alright, listen up T-cells, I got some memories. Let's see. We learned the virus's proliferation speed far exceeds that of any common bacteria! Right! Thanks, memory T-cell!
Lot of pink.
Yep, so that's what they do. They, on a normal, I say a normal body, when it's not in an anime, the cells usually go over these receptors and they're like, oh, we did this before. And I guess they wanted to show that with a nice little memories book. No judgment here. This is a judgment-free zone.
Excuse me. Why is everyone freaking out?
They just announced that there's a massive viral outbreak up there.
Why are we talking to this guy again? No. We said no last time. Leave him alone. Stop talking to him. Only white blood cell.
Why? Why aren't I strong enough or brave enough to fight like them?
This is really sad to watch. So, I guess he doesn't feel like he fits into his role very well. And I don't know if they do like training or anything like that to kind of prepare these naive cells for their role. But he does not look like he's done any training. He looks like he kind of was told to go on patrol, not knowing what he could possibly see when he's on patrol. So obviously the other ones knew about influenza. This person has gotten flu before, and they know how to combat it. This one does not know anything about it. That is so sad. What a sad position to be in.
Why don't you take a look at this? I think it'll help.
I'm getting punched by the dummy. But no, it's good that they're training them. Love to see it, that they're training these naive T cells to do their jobs.
Hey, naive! Halt! When are you gonna man up and learn to pull your own weight?
See, and that's what we're not gonna do. Because obviously they were all in his shoes, right? We're not gonna start teaching people how to do their jobs by belittling them. You would think that if they didn't enjoy how their uppers were talking to them, that they would treat this naive cell a little differently.
I'm ready to do my part.
That's not how puberty works, but okay.
It's starting to get pretty hot in here.
So the reason that the body temperature rises, as well as like a lot of other functions that happen whenever you get sick, is to help combat the virus, right? So just like with the sneezing in the first episode, where the mucus kind of trapped the bacteria and then expelled it from the body, that's like one way that the body is able to get bacteria out. Getting the body temperature up and sweating and all that good stuff. I don't remember the scientific term for it, but it's like break down the virus and stuff like that. Now, of course, if your body temperature gets too high, that actually messes with your brain, and your brain is in control of everything else in your body. So you want to be a little careful about how high your temperature is getting, but the body raising the temperature is its way of trying to break down that virus. That's why in the first episode, the pneumococcus said, it's not too hot, it's not too cold, and there's nutrients all around.
And I return newly activated. Now, I stand as the effector T-cell.
Why is he kind of like a JoJo Bizarre Adventure character? I have legitimately avoided shows because I thought some of them came from JoJo's. I can't do that with this show because I've already started it. But I hope I don't see this man ever again in my life.
And I've also proliferated.
I just said what I said, and now he's come with like 20 different versions of himself. This close show. You were this close to being dropped. I'm kidding, but no, I'm not kidding.
Sorry it took so long. I've been a little busy whipping up some antibodies.
B-cell, the antibody-producing cell, a type of lymphocyte that fights antigens such as bacteria and viruses by producing weapons called antibodies.
Ditto. I was just gonna say that. So close, so close. If I thought that sneeze from the first episode with the dad sneeze, I don't even know what this is. This is like an uncle sneeze. That's crazy.
You're a full-fledged T-cell now.
Thank you, Senpai.
I think I was trying to say this in the first episode where I was really appreciative of how the body works. I appreciate the complexity, and I think I was saying like, oh, I appreciate the chaos behind everything, and I cut myself off because I saw that Red Blood Cell did have a divot in her hat.
It's a virus! Well, how about that? Looks like a new one managed to sneak in.
Definitely kill that virus so fast. Sometimes things mutate and stronger things are made, and so our body has to find new ways to fight it. And I think that's what's happening here.
Just wanted to report that we've been invaded by a type A influenza virus this time.
Knock the JoJo right out of that guy. So that was episode 3 of Cells at Work. I definitely like the attention to detail that this one had. I liked how the white blood cell, I don't know if you've caught this, I think I mentioned it a little bit, but he was praying a few times through this episode, because from what we've seen from previous episodes, he's only killed bacteria, so outside forces, coming in. This one, he kind of had to kill his other cells, the cells that reside in our bodies. He had to kill those, and I can definitely see that being a lot different than having to deal with the monsters that come in, right? This one's called food poisoning. Now, I've had some experience with food poisoning. Small story time. Me, my sister, and my mom at a mall. We all had Chick-fil-A. I ended up getting really sick from it. It lasted 3 days for me, but I think that's only because I kept eating sandwiches. The most I know about food poisoning is that maybe it's like a bacteria or something that wasn't cooked off in the food that gets into your stomach, and it really doesn't sit well with you. Makes you really sick. So I'm going to be learning something new in this episode, so let's see how that plays out.
Wow! What is that stuff?
Gastric acid. See how it's dissolving all those lumps of nutrients?
Yeah, that's so amazing!
Before his little thing goes off, I just want to say, it's like they're at an aquarium together, except there's nothing about this that's an aquarium. Like, it's like they're like a little date. That's so cute.
My receptor! Sorry, Red Blood Cell, we're gonna have to pick this up later!
There's a later? I feel like he's changing his tune a little bit from the last time we saw him. No, you're never gonna see me again. There's just too many of us. And then they're over here like, we'll pick this up later.
Well, aren't you the literal pushover?
He looks like a great bacteria. Very good character design. But I just don't know what he's supposed to be. And then she looks like she belongs in Bleach. She looks like one of the... What are they, Arancars? I haven't watched Bleach all the way through, but she looks like one of them. If I had to guess, she looks like a macrophage. She's got a weapon. But we'll see. I'm sure the narrator will introduce us. Don't know who these people are.
I guess I owe you one, Neutrophil.
Eosinophil, a type of white blood cell. Their numbers comprise only a small percentage of all white blood cells. That percentage will rise during allergic reactions or parasitic infections. Though weak, they're still capable of phagocytosis.
Oh, you have a little splatter? Do you maybe want a tissue?
Why are they so cute? Oh my gosh, she was so unbothered by that. She was like, oh, that's nice. You have some blood on you. Oh no.
Talk about weak. What type of
white blood cell did she say she was?
Now what did y'all do? Because from what I saw, y'all did nothing. Y'all watched, stood back, did nothing. My girl Eosinophil, she actually held her own. Yeah, no, she didn't give the killing blow, but what did y'all do? Got in the way and hid? Couldn't be me. Couldn't be my girl Eosinophil. Count your days. Yeah.
What's causing this?
It's coming from the stomach.
What's going on?
They've got the rumblies.
The wheels of fortune are already grinding, crushing what falls beneath. Can this symphony of cataclysm be cut short before it crescendos?
Who invited Shakespeare into this person's body? He's saying pretty words. I think he... What was he asking? Who's gonna stop it before it gets out of hand? Because that sounds like a lot of words for that. I like the way he talks. It just goes in one ear out the other, though.
Basophil, a type of white blood cell, said to comprise less than 1% of all white blood cells. When a basophil encounters a specific pathogen, it releases histamines, thereby triggering an allergic reaction. It also creates a substance that draws neutrophils and eosinophils to the affected area. Basophils are believed to have immunity-related functions as well, though this has yet to be sufficiently determined.
The way to conclude this tragedy is to request your assistance.
Okay.
No, because I also don't understand a word he just said. He has a nice voice, and he says pretty words. I just don't know what any of those words mean. He's saying really big words to me right now.
Let's get this party going!
Did the Kool-Aid Man just pop in with the, oh yeah, like, what did we eat? Oh no, what did we eat?
Vibrio bacteria, a bacteria that commonly resides in seawater. Consuming seafood contaminated by this bacteria can lead to a dangerous form of food poisoning, accompanied by severe stomach pain and digestion problems.
Huh? No, that can't be. For simple bacterial food poisoning, that seems like it's just way too much damage to the stomach lining.
Not our problem! Just send out the alert!
That is most definitely your problem. And definitely include that into your alert.
Watch out!
This guy just ate my white blood cell like a snack. That's wild. I hope he does like a little right down the middle here.
Silence it beneath the raging tide of the bloody requiem.
White blood cell sacrificed himself. We need to kill it. Why are we talking like Shakespeare? This voice actor got put through it. Let me tell you.
What the heck's an eosinophil doing in battle anyway?
I'm getting so tired of them talking bad about my eosinophil girl because she is working overtime. I'm sure that she may not be good at fighting bacteria, but that may not be her job. Like, have we thought about this? Her job may not be to fight bacteria. She could be more proficient in other things, like macrophage. She's good at fighting bacteria, but they've made it clear over and over and over again. Macrophage identifies and tells the dendritic cell. Her main job has never been to be the strongest. They've got titans in their walls. I repeat, they've got titans in the walls.
Anisakis, a parasite commonly found in marine animals. When humans consume raw seafood infested with Anisakis, the parasite can potentially invade the stomach and intestinal lining, causing food poisoning accompanied by severe stomach pain and vomiting.
Because it's a parasite, it's not a virus. It's not a bacteria. It's nothing like that. So I wouldn't say it's new per se every time, but it definitely hits you every time you get it. Because food poisoning, it's just gonna happen. It's not something that your body can really protect against. It's gonna run its course, type of thing.
Should the tempestuous acidic waves flood over and spiral into a dark maelstrom, a raging torrent of hellfire will force open the forbidden door. All sanity and order will be drained from this world.
Can he speak like a fourth grader's watching this, please? I didn't understand not a word he said. Like, I was confused the entire time. I don't know if it's because it was pretty words or if it's because he has a nice voice, but it just goes whoop, whoop. Like, it does not connect with me. I don't know what he's saying to me.
Eosinophil's primary job. When parasites invade, Eosinophil's true purpose is revealed, protecting the body by targeting and slaying them.
The root of our current evil has been cast into the conflagration. Fate has passed judgment and extended our respite from the cruel and patient curse of inevitability.
I didn't catch not a single word that man just said to me. But Eosinophil, that's my girl. She did great. Like I said, just because she's in the general role of white blood cell, killing bacteria and stuff, does not mean that's her primary role. And that they said, like, oh, homegirl can kill parasites, but that doesn't mean that she's strong enough to kill bacteria. That is so great. She just did great. I'm an Eosinophil fan right now. She's my girl.
That was the most epic thing I've seen in my entire life! I can't believe you beat that thing! I was so wrong about you!
I can't believe we were such jerks.
You were so cool back there!
Me? Did you really just say I was cool?
But that was episode 4 of Cells at Work, where I love that they have their strengths and weaknesses, that there's not, like, our own bodies, there's not one cell that does it all. Love to see it. It is very much a team effort in our bodies. If one thing doesn't work, then everything else is thrown out of whack, kind of thing, and it's very true for our own bodies. Yeah, if you enjoyed this, comment down below your favorite part, and I will see you guys next time for 5 and 6. But yeah, I'll see y'all next time. Bye.